Okay, students, today we're going to create a special right triangle Caracol, or a 45, 45, 90 degree triangle shell. And you'll see how this works. So we're going to choose GeoGebra Math Apps. And just be patient. The application will come up. We're going to choose the graphing calculator. Okay. Looks like it's already chosen for us. So we'll exit out. Okay, it looks like we chose the graphing calculator. Okay, so we really don't need to see any of this. So let's go to view, and we're going to turn off the, actually no. What we'll do is go to the sub menu and we'll just turn off the grid, and we'll turn off the, okay, so now we're going to start with a segment of line length 1 with given length. So we're going to click in the center, and we're going to say our length is 1, because if you remember, 45, 45, 90 degree triangles have a side length. The smallest, simplest one is side length of 1. So go OK. And you can either use the zoom menu to zoom out. Actually, we want to zoom in. So go use the menu to zoom in. We're going to zoom in. Okay, so zoom in and then click. Or you can use 2 fingers. So you can go, if you use 2 fingers slide up and down, you can go back, forth, back, forth. Okay, now we're going to construct a perpendicular line. A perpendicular line that passes through the point B and is perpendicular to line F. Use our compass tool. We want to have a circle with radius AB. Use our intersect tool to create the intersection between circle C and line G. Now we can connect our first polygon, our first 45, 45 degree special right triangle. Okay, just to make sure that it is a 45 degree, let's put on the angle. Use our angle tool. Remember, we have to go clockwise. So if I want to find angle A, I have to go B, A, C. If I want to find angle C, I have to go from A, C, B in the clockwise direction. And then to see the right angle, I have to go into another clockwise direction. Okay, and we'll just move those so that we can see them clearly in the triangle. Right? Okay, 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Okay. So now we created another perpendicular line. So now we're going to do the same thing over and over again. So perpendicular line passes through point C and is perpendicular to line B. Now use our compass tool, and now we want the sides to be a square root of 2 length. So we have our circle, and we're going to place that at C. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Zoom out here and use the intersect tool to create the intersection here. Now we have a slightly larger special right triangle, but they're proportional. And we won't check to see if these angles are there, but we know they're there. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Create a perpendicular line here. So perpendicular line passes through point D and is always perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Okay. Now we use our compass tool so that we can ensure that both sides are exactly the same length. So here's my circle with length of the hypotenuse. There's my intersection there. And I am going to continue this without speaking so we can go a little faster. There's our third perpendicular line, perpendicular to point E, and passing through point E and perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Now I'm going to have to zoom in a little. You see our construction is getting quite large. Compass tool. And I always want to go to the hypotenuse and center point E. Intersect. Talking, not much talking. I always have to talk. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's undo that. That was a mistake because I was talking too much. Here, this is our perpendicular line to here, right? So that's a common mistake that students make and teachers make when doing this construction. Okay. So you kind of see it's kind of twisting around. Okay, let's do a couple more before I run out of time. I only have a 10-minute time period here. Passing through point F, perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Zoom in just a little bit more. Compass tool, size of the hypotenuse around point F. Intersect tool, not here, the one that's perpendicular. You can see because if you do it right here, it won't be a 45, 45, 90. It'll be something else. Polygon. But see, you know for sure, and we can check. Make sure all these are 45, 45, 90. Okay. Perpendicular line, passing through G, perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Zoom out a little. Compass tool. Compass the size of the hypotenuse. Okay, zoom in a little. I'm going to move up so I can zoom out a little. Okay. I still got to see this intersection point here. So, intersect tool. And we're almost finished. I don't know if I'm going to get finished in the 10 minutes that I have, but you can always finish. So it's down now. It's starting to look like a shell or a caracol or a snail shell. Okay, one more. Let's see if I can get one more time. Perpendicular line passing through H, perpendicular to here. Compass tool. Size of the hypotenuse. And centered around H. And I think this will probably be our last one. We're almost finished, actually. Okay. So we're seeing what, we construct these special right triangles over themselves. What is it? What natural thing does this mathematics produce? Well, it looks like a shell. And that's pretty interesting to me. Okay. I guess we might be able to finish. Okay, compass the size of, and we're going to put the intersection here. We got to zoom in a little, and I think we're finished. Oops, we're almost there. Intersect here, and I'm not going to have time to complete it, but you can. And I think right there, we're finished. Save as Caracol, Caracol, I think.